Hello everyone. Good morning. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Kendra, and this is my channel, Kendra Full of Joy. If you're brand new, I'm so glad to see you here. And if you're brand new through Nessa's Nook with her open collab, Souptember and apples, today, September 25th, super welcome. Get it? Super. Anyway, I chose to do the apples portion of this, and I'm going to go ahead and just make this quick. You probably have already seen this, but I've never particularly done it myself. What I'm going to use are these ingredients. Cream cheese mixed with a little bit of powdered sugar, a little bit of apple pie seasoning, and a little bit of vanilla. Now, if you want to get super fancy, instead of vanilla, you could use apple cider. The only apple cider I have is in an industrial size jug that I don't want to have to find room for in my fridge. So I'm going to open that when we have our family party October 1st instead. So you want to roll a crescent dough sheets. I already said the powdered sugar and the cream cheese and the vanilla. Other than that, you just need some canned apples, or your own canned apples, or fresh apples that you cooked up on your stovetop just so they're kind of soft. I didn't even use a whole can. It's probably about half a can, and here they are. Now I'm going to roll out the crescent dough, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I opened my crescent roll dough and sheet, actually, and I laid it on top of a big baking sheet, like a cookie sheet. On top of that, I put some non-stick Reynolds wrap foil, and I gave slits on both sides, leaving a strip down the middle for the apple pie. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to put just some apple on down the middle here. And this is already a little bit flavored, you know, because it's apple pie filling. So I didn't put any more cinnamon or apple pie filling or cloves or anything. But you certainly could. You could also, if you wanted, to doll it up with some chopped toasted pecans on the inside. That would be good. You know, you could also even put some of those caramel bits in there and call it Caramel Apple Streudel. There's so many things you could do with these prepared crusts. I just love them. Okay, so now I didn't put a lot of apple, like I said, because I didn't want it to be hard to braid closed. Now I'm going to just go back and forth, kind of a weaving braid of sorts. And my my dough is acting funny, so it's a good thing I have this non-stick foil underneath it. I wish that it looked prettier, and maybe when it gets done, it'll look prettier, but right now I'm thinking it's not very pretty. Okay, so I have here some just one egg white, and I always beat it really well to break the proteins to make it easier to spread across the whatever I'm doing. So you can see, if you get a little bit closer, you can see it. It's kind of pretty, I guess. You know, there's an actual pattern, sort of. Really, my dough is just acting so fussy. And so after I get this all spread across, I am going to sprinkle on some of that raw sugar. Some people call it turbinado sugar, I think. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I call it the same thing. Okay, so this is all. It's going to be shiny now, and it'll hold that sugar when I get it out from under the cupboard. Okay, I forgot to tell you one of the ingredients was raw sugar for sprinkling on the top, and the other ingredient I forgot was the raw egg white. So I'm just going to sprinkle this right on top. This makes for such a crunchy, sweet topping. It's really, I like it on top of pies too. So here we go on top of here, and my oven has beeped, 350 degrees it said. And you know, the apples are already cooked. It's just going to be a matter of getting this crescent roll sheet nicely browned and pretty. And hopefully not a lot will gush out. Try to squeeze these ends nice and shut, you know. Okay. Either way, you know something's going to escape. All right, I'm going to stick it in the oven. And, you know, I will put the directions, ingredients, measurements, and all of that in the recipe below. And the whole playlist will also be there for the other people who decided to join Nessa's Nook, Open Collab, Souptember and apples. Okay, into the oven you go, baby. Okay, it's out of the oven. And, you know, it didn't goosh out all everywhere like I thought it might. It also doesn't look as shiny as I thought it might. I mean, there's some shine to it. I almost grabbed the pan. It's stinking hot. I'm glad I didn't. I was going to move the pan to show you how it could glisten. See, I do things like that in the kitchen, always have. So I'm going to let this cool just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some of the glaze. And then I will cut it and let you see inside. Here we go, it's done. I cut the end off here so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And it feels crunchy, sugary on the outside. And I further added to my glaze that I spread across. I went ahead and got some half and half and some Smuckers Caramel Sundae syrup. It's 124 because I put when things are best by date on everything because I stock. So I am going to go ahead and put this slice right here on a plate and tell you what I think. Here it is. And I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to have it here just, you know, by itself on a plate. But you could sure serve it with some, you know, like sausage and eggs and have a sweet on there with it. You could have it for a coffee break, which, yeah, there you go. Coffee here. And you could also serve it for an after-school snack to kids. I bet kids would dig this too. And I know our collab here is soup to apples. But if you didn't want to, you know, in fact, do apples, you could do any fruit. Cherries, peaches, you know, whatever you have. So, let's see. I'm going to give it a taste here. I like it very much. Oh, boy. Delicious. Very, very good. Now, this kind of thing, I bet you it's not going to be good to set, you know, under a pie plate, under glass, on the counter for a day. I think this is the kind of thing that, you know, you're going to want to serve it up for breakfast or brunch or snack or whatever and be gone. Because I don't know if it'll hold its, you know, goodness, or if it'll just get kind of, you know, bad as the day goes by. Because it's not pie crust. It's not as expensive as pie crust either. This was a really good experiment. If you like what you see, I hope that you will consider subscribing to me and watch my antics of not following a recipe further. I'm going to give you an actual recipe at the bottom, but just be aware that I did veer off course again. I'm trying to think of some things. Oh, I used 4 ounces of cream cheese. I could have used 2 ounces. It did not take, I've got a whole bowl full over there of, you know, stuff for putting on the top. So I would go 2 ounces, and it'd be easier that way for you not to have a lot of waste. Okay. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your Sunday and that we meet again. Thumbs up if you feel like it. Bye-bye.